Now, the administrator of the Takoradi European Hospital, Reverend Osei Boateng, says the hospital has difficulty in attracting and keeping doctors due to acute accommodation for doctors, which scares them away from the hospital. Speaking to City News, the administrator said though the over 93-year-old hospital has problems with dilapidated infrastructure and poor roads, the abandoned construction works on the 36-flat accommodation for doctors since 2017 is the biggest concern impeding efforts to attract adequate members of doctors. City News' Akwasi, Agyei, Annim has the details of the story from Takoradi.
Takoradi Hospital, originally called European Hospital, was built to serve construction workers of the Takoradi Harbour in 1928. After over 93 years of existence, the hospital, now the Metropolitan Hospital for Secondary Takoradi, is begging for a facelift and expansion due to deterioration and increased staff as well as patients. It is to provide more accommodation for staff, especially doctors, that the Mahama administration put up these apartments.
This is a 36-flat apartment, which is about 70% completed, meant for doctors here at the Takoradi European Hospital. Construction works on these apartments actually came to a halt with a change in government in 2016. 2019, I was here to actually look at whether there were some works going on, but none was going on. And as we speak, nothing is actually going on here at these flats. But doctors at the European Hospital here in Takoradi say they are struggling to keep doctors because of the non-completion of these structures that were actually almost completed by the Mahama administration.
Recently, last week, we had 3 doctors. Already we have 4, 2 specialists and 2 others. So hopefully it wasn't adequate. Fortunately, we have 3 doctors last 2 weeks. And we have to go around looking. As we speak now, 2 don't have accommodation. The other one, we have to support him somehow to get it somewhere far. All right. And so if the 2 don't get accommodation, eventually they also become frustrated. They can even leave the facility. And we are crying for doctors. And some of the nurses, specialist cases, critical nurses, and those who are running as the emergency in the theater, the anesthetists, and other nurses, midwives, they are all scattered. All right. So, I mean, the importance of that facility to us is you cannot quantify. All right. So, naturally, we will have wished that it was completed way long before we win this time. But unfortunately, here we are. So it is actually important to us as far as accommodation is concerned.
As the hospital awaits government intervention to complete the about 5-year-old abandoned Takoradi Hospital Doctors Flat project, as well as fix the numerous deterioration at the hospital, the Secondary Takoradi Progressive Club Global, which is an association of natives living abroad, have come to the aid of the facility. The club, with over 60,000 Ghana cedis contributions from members, have refurbished the male ward. Speaking at the handing over ceremony of the refurbished ward, the global president of the club told City News about the project and the rationale.
We are motivated whenever we see people happy, and we want patients to also get compassionate care. But before they get that care, the environment talks a lot. You know, the environment heals more than the medications. And that is the reason why we decided that we are from Secondary Takoradi. This is the only way we can give back to the society that made us who we are today.
The senior nurse of the hospital, Hannah Cromwell, said the refurbishment would enhance efficient healthcare delivery.
In hospital, when patients come around, the environment plays a lot of part in the healing process. So now, as you see, the walls are painted, we have painted ceiling, the fans are also new, and then you see the tiles are new. The whole place was tiled because we are having some tiles, but they were broken. So they painted and then extended the tiling to our washrooms and then the urinals over there. So we are so grateful. And the patients here are also happy to see a change.
With the male ward faced, other disturbing concern of the hospital is the poor roads that affect movement of patients and vehicles. In September 2020, the mayor of Secondary Takoradi received applause for publicly promising to fix it within 2 weeks. Close to a year after his promise, not even a meter of asphalt road has been constructed at the European Hospital.
All the wheelchairs that we bought them, they are all broken down. If you put a wheelchair on this road, in no time it is broken because of the environment as it is. Look at here, when people come, the car is struggle, patients struggle to move. I mean, it is very terrible, and we don't know what we can do. I don't think it's so much that we have to talk about it before it is done. Currently, we don't understand because they have fit out of the Fian Quanta, they have fit out of the Akwasi team, they have fit Escado. But sometimes even the staff come to, why is it that Takoradi Hospital always has been left like this? And we don't have an answer to them.
For City News, I'm Akwasi, Agyei, Annim, Takoradi.